Okay, Shushan, today I am going to read you a story because I know how important reading is, and this is the only way I can help you and to encourage you to read. And I know you love to read, and this is the kind of a story. If you were with me, or if I were there, and I would sit with you and read every day this kind of a story for you. So here I am. I'm going to record this one again and I'm going to send it to you. So when I read the story, you listen to me once, then after that, I want you to read and record it for me and send it. How is that? Okay. Here is a story about the town mouse and the country mouse. These are the stories we used to study when we were very young, but not in English, but in Tamil, because we studied in Tamil school. So the story is about two mouses. One lives in a town in a big city like Bangalore. The other one is a country mouse. Country is like, village, like where there is no roads, there is no water, and people who live in a rural area where they do not have electricity. That's called countryside. But you are a town boy because you live in a very big metropolitan city. Bangalore has everything: airport, aeroplanes, cars, buses, and things like that. So let's read this story. The country mouse watched sadly as his friend, the town mouse, packed his bag to leave. The town mouse had just spent a few unhappy days at the country mouse's home under a hedge in a field. "You poor thing," said the town mouse with a pity in his eyes. "You live so badly in the country with only roofs and corn to eat. Come back with me to the town and I will show you what good living is like." The two tiny creatures made the long journey to the house where the town mouse lived in a great city. At first, the country mouse thought that life in town was indeed wonderful. He had never seen such food as there was in the larder. He had just started to nibble some of the dates and figs stored there when the door opened. "Quick!" squealed the town mouse in a panic. "We must hide in my hole." Where is my next picture? In an instant, the country mouse found himself squished against his friend in a small, dark hole. It was hot and very crowded. After quite a long time, the town mouse said that it would be safe to leave the hole. The two animals came out into the larder, trying to stretch their cramped legs and shake their kinks from their tails. Still shaking with fragile fright, the country mouse picked up a fig again. Before he could eat it, the door swung open again. "Quick, hide!" squealed the town mouse. Yet again the country mouse found himself pressed against his friend in the tiny hole, with hardly room to switch his whiskers and with his heart beating wildly. "That's it," he told his friend firmly. "You may have a very good food here, but what's the point of having good food if I am always too frightened to eat it? I am going back home." So the country mouse packed his little bag and I don't know how to say that word. You need to ask Joy how to say that word, okay? I think it's Scurrid. Scurried back along the city streets until he reached his beloved fields again. With great contentment, he crept back into his little hole under the edge. This is the place for me, he said to himself. Look around at all the things he loved so much. I like being able to twitch my whiskers and flick my tails whenever I want to. The town mouse can keep his old town. And that's the story. A country mouse and a town mouse. The country mouse likes his country lifestyle. He does not like to hide every time people come in and go. So now it's your homework. I want you to read the story and record it and send it to me back. The one word that you need to ask Joy how to pronounce is this one. Scurrid. I don't know how to say that. See, even Kui Mama doesn't know sometimes. Love you.